Hi, my love. This is going to be your layers of you reading. So, before I begin, since you are the first reading of the afternoon, let me just go ahead and cleanse off the space. Okay, just real fast. That smells so good. I love Palo Santo. Okay, I want my candle to be visible. Well, you're not gonna see it. Oh well. Okay. So the layers of you. I want to let's do some fun cards. Let's use the Wonderland Tarot. Let's do that. Okay. So you asked, and then I'll take a red or Waite also, just in case. Oh. You're asking, you have no specific questions for love. We'll just kind of see what's coming up since we're kind of continuing based off of another reading that we did. Money, that you're in between jobs, that you're leaving the last job due to a health reason, and you want to know if if your health is going to be playing a role in the future with working. And then your spirit and future part of the reading is also going to be a generalized insight, since there was no specific question. Sorry for the... There we go. Hopefully that is good enough. I hope that looks pretty clear. Okay. So let's pull on you first, your energy, and then we'll just go from there. I need a bigger table. I think that's going to be like another purchase this year sometime, is a bigger table. So your current energy. I do read reversals with this deck. Breathe, my love. For some reason, Spirit is making me feel like holding my breath. So I feel like I need to tell you, you need to remember to breathe. Like, especially if you're getting frustrated, or like you get, like I said, frustrated or panicked. I think you tend to hold your breath. At least that's the vibration I'm feeling for you. So I feel like Spirit wants you to know just to breathe, okay? So we have discontent and boredom, suffering and silence, and foundation and achievements. So what I'm seeing is the current energy right here is you're in need of change. You're in need of a shift, okay? What's coming up in the core of your reading is the suffering and silence. To me, is you don't take a lot of initiative in talking to other people about your problems, or you don't want to bother people with stuff on your mind, okay? You feel like you're all alone in the things that you've been dealing with. You feel maybe almost like imprisoned, like you're stuck, okay? The discontent and boredom card is you want change. You are eager for change. You're wanting change to take place. I'm seeing the throat chakra and the crown chakra coming up, and the Spirit card is also coming up. So your guides are definitely around you, and they are wanting to help you through this situation. Spirit to me is maintaining faith in the changes that are going to be happening, in the shifts that will be taking place. So I am specifically talking about this career change that you're going through. Foundations and achievements. You are planting new seeds in new soil, okay? And this whole change is going to prove to be successful for you, but you're going to have to put a little bit more faith, especially with the crown chakra card coming up, a little bit more faith in the success of this whole thing. You have to envision it, and I'm getting that feeling with the eye card, the eye in the card. Envisioning that you are already receiving the blessings that it is that you are looking for. And then also verbalizing. So the throat chakra coming up, I feel like you definitely need to converse more. You need to talk. You need to let your feelings out, express yourself in some sort of a way, reaching out to people rather than holding it in. Okay. Being able to, like I said, like get it out of your system, talk it out with people, is going to be a good thing for you. So your current energy is kind of showing to me that you're eager for change and you were ready for it. But I feel like you need to be willing to ask for help, or allow other people to help you. You can't always do it on your own, kind of. That's like the kind of energy that I'm seeing. We have the 8 of Pentacles, which is building up to something. We have the 7 of Pentacles, which again is the boredom card, and the Death card. So there is change on the horizon for you, my love. Your current energy is just, you're at that stagnant place right now where you're seeking. You know you're going to have to work your way through it. It's going to require you to, you know, keep your head up and be focused, okay? And like I said, throughout this experience, sometimes if you understand, if you can't, or you are unable to do it on your own, it's okay to ask for help, okay? So that's your current energy right now. Let's pull for, oops, I don't want these cards to, I don't want those to get all out of whack. Okay, so let's pull for the love life. So from a previous reading, I had to look back on some notes that I took, because I don't always remember the details of client readings, since half the time I am channeling spirit messages for you guys. So I looked back at my notes, and from what I gathered, it was you're currently single but cynical. Single and cynical on love. So let's just kind of like get an idea of the energy of what your love life is looking like. The 2 of Wands. I just heard travel. So the 2 of Wands and the King of Swords and the Star. Travel is on the horizon for you, love. I feel like if there is a vacation you are thinking of planning, or some sort of travel destination type thing, I feel like you may be meeting somebody. You may be either in some sort of an online, perhaps communicating online with someone, or open yourself up to the possibility of online relationships, because that, I feel, I don't know, for some reason the 2 of Wands made me think about travel. Okay, and this could be 2 months from now, or this could be maybe, you know, a whole year from now in February, or 2 weeks. That might be pushing it, but I feel like the World card there, and just the whole vibe of this feeling that I'm getting is that there is a trip, some sort of trip, or maybe you are going to be agreeing to meet someone that you've been speaking with online. And the Star card is, it's a good do-over for this person. Okay, this King of Swords energy, I feel like this individual that you will be talking to, they are on the brink of healing themselves from a previous relationship that they were in. So this meetup for you two might actually be more healing, and, you know, again with the Swords card too, because it is a King of Swords, communication is going to be very important. That's why I was saying online relationship, or like, you know, opening yourself up to online dating, because that Swords card came up. And then also seeing the little globe in the 2 of Wands made me think, like, when you're online dating, you could literally talk to somebody from the other end of the world. So we have suffering in silence again. Is this you not wanting to put yourself forward? Is this you afraid of taking the initiative to date? Especially if this is, you know, making the first move, or maybe you are chit-chatting with somebody but you're not really sure how they feel or about you, or you're nervous about that. Discontent and boredom. I'm telling you, I'm shuffling these cards. And then solitude. So, and then triumphant success just flipped over. This was the bottom of the deck. This is your fear card or struggles, and Ace of Swords, or the Triumph card, is communication. I am seeing a trend here. So I'm seeing that your fears of opening up and expressing yourself and verbalizing your feelings and being vulnerable are very scary for you. And when it comes to love, we have to kind of be willing to do that. We need to be vulnerable. We need to open ourselves up to communicate, you know? And if you're not comfortable with communication, I can see why that would be scary. You're also bored with the same old, same old. So there might be, you know, certain interests, love interests that have been coming your way, but you're just like, I've been there, done that. I'm ready for something different. So I would suggest, if you've never attempted online dating, I would try it. For some reason, Spirit keeps bringing that back to me. I also would say be daring and to go outside of what you think your limitations are. So for example, if you feel like you have a type or you're out of someone's league, try it out anyway. You know what I mean? The solitude card, you definitely like your alone time. You definitely like your independence, okay? But you can still have that and be in a relationship. Now, I'm not pushing you to be in a relationship because some people are completely happy with being single. And I feel like for you, you know, you're content with the single life. But I feel like if you were to meet the right person with the right elements, and you know what I mean? Like you guys just click and it's not hard and they're different, you may be open to love. So I would say if you've never tried online dating, expand your horizons with that Two of Wands. Expand your horizons and see who comes up. We have the Queen of Oysters, which is the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Three of, what are these? Salt shakers or something? Pepper shakers? I don't know. Which again, stepping outside of your boundaries. We see little Alice here pulling the curtain behind, and there's the boundary point right there. Is she willing to step outside of it, outside of the comfort zone, into the unknown? That's exactly what you're doing here when it comes to love. Are you willing to test the waters? And then we have the Nine of, again, salt shakers or whatever, but the Nine of Wands. Like I said, I feel like it's for you. It is same old, same old. I want someone new. I want somebody who is going to sweep me off my feet. Somebody who is going to prove me wrong about love. Someone who's going to challenge me. I think you crave intellectuality, if that's even a word. But that's because of the King of Swords is popping up. So King of Swords individuals, air signs, or just people who are really good communicators. They're thinkers. They think outside of the box. They are very smart and intellectual. They read a lot. They're nerdy. Okay. So maybe that's what you're looking for. But again, vulnerability is important. We have deception popping up for that. We have voice. Again, the communication. Deception, I feel, either someone has misused your trust, and maybe that's why love is hard for you to, you know, get a good footing on, because maybe this person kind of fucked it up for you. Look beyond that, okay? Look beyond that. And then we have water. So water is communication again. So communication, water is emotions. Being vulnerable, speaking what's on your heart. You have to be willing to do that. That's kind of what I'm seeing here with the cards. But I do feel like love is around the corner, to be honest. So I'm not going to say when, but I do feel like if there is some sort of a trip, or if you do the online dating, you may find this person a lot faster than you think. Okay, so make sure you're ready. Make sure you're ready. Okay, let's look at the energy of the career. So you were talking about moving, you're switching careers because of health reasons. And we kind of want to see how health is going to, is it or is it not going to be playing a role in your future jobs and prospects. So that alone, embracing that transformation of a new job and a new career path is good enough, you know. I would say kind of keep your sights on one path for now, and then if you do feel like you're not overwhelmed, to dabble in the love life, you know, make yourself an online dating account and see what happens. I'm all for online dating. That's how I met my husband. Okay, ooh, so we have awareness. We have suffering and silence, this card, and then we have recognition and reward in reversed. So let's start with the nasty one, the suffering and silence. Okay, so I just heard not talking about your health reasons or your health issues. So this could be in different ways. Spirit could be saying this in different ways. Either you have a problem with, you know, maybe you don't verbalize your health issues ahead of time, and then later on while you're doing the job you realize you're not able to do certain things because of it, or because you didn't mention it to your employer from the very beginning, it's a little bit awkward for you perhaps to open up and express, I can't come into work today because of this, and this is an issue that I've been, you know, going on and on and on with. I feel like to answer that question about your health issues, I would advise that with any job that you take now and into the future, that you do disclose okay, you don't always have to disclose your health issues, you know what I mean? But if you know for a fact that your health issues are going to interfere with some of the duties that are expected of you of the position, I feel it would be better for you to just be open and throw it out on the table from the very beginning. This way, there's no no surprises. You know what I mean? The awareness card is coming up, and that's why I'm saying that, because I feel like this card is literally just saying, so your employers are aware of what's going on, okay? Because if they know what your requirements are, and maybe if you have some limitations, if you have, you know, special things that you need to do. I mean, I don't know what your health issues are, and you know, it's none of my business. But if there is a way for you to make yourself more comfortable, I would say it would be laying it out on the table before you were even given your schedule, so that your employer knows what they're working with and you know what you're working with, and there's no surprises later, okay? The recognition and reward is in reverse, and I feel like this is saying, like, okay, I just heard Spirit say, you feel like you are how is this being said? That you are undeserving of what everybody else is receiving for work. Okay, how does that, how do I explain this? It's almost like you feel like you don't deserve the paycheck sometimes, I feel. Almost like you think because you are unable to perform the way other people can, that you feel like you are undeserving. I don't want you to feel that way. We want to get rid of that, okay? You are just as deserving and hardworking as the next person, as long as you are applying yourself, okay? So get that out of your head, my love. Don't do that to yourself. The Six of Pentacles just came up. What you receive, you need to be putting back into it, okay? Especially when it comes to work. If they are willing to work with you, you work with them. You guys meet each other in the middle, you know? Don't make yourself uncomfortable and in pain or upset or stressed or whatever for health reasons, because maybe you didn't disclose it from the beginning, or because you're giving yourself this guilt trip saying, I don't deserve this job, but I need to do it, you know? Get that out of your head. If they are willing to work with you halfway, then you meet them halfway, okay? So that's what I'm seeing with the Six of Pentacles, is almost that this future job that's going to be coming up, as long as you are disclosing things and changing your mindset, they're going to meet you halfway, okay? And you're going to feel so much better about it. So much better. Three of Swords. This has been a sore pain in your ass, okay? Work, your jobs, your past experiences with jobs, probably bosses and stuff, broken heart. It just makes you feel like the shittiest person. The Four of Swords is coming up, which is saying you are needing to make sure you take your breaks. Make sure if you get a lunch break, take your entire lunch break, and you take your other breaks. You know what I mean? I also think the Four of Swords is know your limitations, okay? Exceed limitations only if you feel in the mood to. But you don't always have to outdo yourself, Okay, you do bare minimum, or you do what is just enough or what is expected of you. And if you feel like you have the energy to do more, then do more. But if you don't, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're fulfilling your purpose, you're fine. I also feel like the Four of Swords is also saying make sure that you are resting, getting lots of sleep. Okay, so that's going to also help you with the work life. As long as you are balanced at home, and balance is also with the Six of Pentacles. As long as you are balanced in taking care of your personal needs, I feel like there's not going to be an issue. I feel like we only run into these issues, I think because you have this preconceived notion of yourself not being good enough, or people are going to judge you for whatever health reasons you have, or whatever, you know what I mean? Put it all out there on the table ahead of time. Get that nervousness, that, you know, all the nasty things that you don't want to have to talk about. Just get it out of there first thing first. And if they want you, they're going to hire you. But make it more comfortable for yourself. We have awaken. We have awareness. Again, awareness. And we have transformation. Awaken to the new idea that you are just as worthy as everybody else, okay, to do work. Awareness, again, I feel like this is making sure that your bosses, your employers are aware of your things. And then transformation is you're going to see the transformation in yourself, in the way that you view your work life, in the way that you view how you handle the work. Okay. So I think you're going to be fine. And I feel like this new job, this next job, as long as you are disclosing what you need to, you're going to be fine. Okay, next piece is the spiritual journey, or the spiritual path, your guides. Let's see what messages come through, since you didn't have a specific question for that. So let's see what messages come through from your guides. Throat chakra in reversed. Emotional loss. Balance. So it's almost like they're saying, they're addressing that there's been some moments of you being emotional and letting things out. I feel like this is kind of them saying, like, don't bottle it up, okay? So I feel like your guides are saying don't bottle things up, don't hold it in, don't hold your breath. I feel like that's another thing, like I said earlier, that you do, is you hold your breath. You forget to breathe. Make sure you're breathing, my love. Let it out if you need to let it out. Again, with the throat chakra in reverse, constricting yourself. And this could also be with the throat, like I was feeling with not breathing. But I feel like the throat chakra in reverse is saying you're not communicating. You're not verbalizing when you need to. Okay? And sometimes we have to do that. And again, with the balance. So I feel like balance, like I said, is what you are willing to put in, you're going to receive. Meet people halfway. You don't always have to do 100% of everything, okay? Meet people halfway. Nexus and growth. And support. Oh, I love it. So your guides are definitely showing that, one, that they're there to support you, that they're there to help you. Two, they're showing that there's going to be a range of new people coming around you soon. So I feel like this Nexus card is kind of revealing that there's going to be a community that you're going to be kind of getting close to. This could be with new people, new coworkers. It's a support system. They're going to be there for you. You're going to feel the support much more than you did before. Okay? And then the growth card. You keep getting transformation and growth messages, which is beautiful, because I feel like it's showing that you're developing, that you are going to be hitting a point in your life where you can actually look at your faults, your flaws, your shortcomings, whatever you want to call it, and you see the strength in them, okay? You're getting to that point. Let's just pull one tarot card. Five of Cups, regrets. Don't let the past hold you back, Okay? Don't let regrets keep you from moving forward. Do not lose sight of the path ahead. Do not lose sight of what it is that you want. Okay? Spirituality wise, if you're feeling this, you need to lean on your guides more, lean on God more, lean on your angels, whoever. Okay? Don't lose sight of what you want in the future because of past regrets or past losses. Okay? Ooh, I feel all congested all of a sudden. I don't know if you're sick, if you're sick, or if I'm just like, I don't know. I just feel congested. I wasn't feeling like that earlier. Whew. Okay, let's do the future reading. Please know that anything in the future is subject to change based on your present actions. So let's just look at the next couple months ahead. And I just saw a big square, so let's do a square. Let's see what comes up. So the Devil card is coming up in the middle. These are your fears. Your fears. This is going to be a future of facing fears for sure with that Devil card. I feel like the Devil card is kind of saying things that you've held back from. Facing fears is what's going to push you forward, obviously. But you got to be able to cut the chain, cut the ties, okay? And it's almost like he's interconnected with all of these things. So he's interconnected with your Queen of Swords, which is your ability to speak your truth, right? That's a fear. He's connected to the King of Cups, your ability to find love, okay? Or to speak your emotions and to touch into your emotions, your feelings. He's connected to the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands, I'm feeling like, is your conflict with yourself and maybe conflict with other people, okay? Maybe you're allowing other people to dictate for you when you should be speaking up for yourself. And then he's also connected to the Six of Swords here. Six of Swords is your ability to move on from a toxic situation like work or, you know, issues with your health or relationships, okay? You have a hell of a lot of swords in your reading. We have sword suits here. And we have pentacles, we have wands, and we have cups. So we have a little bit of everything. But a lot of the sword stuff, the communication was coming up for you. And like I said, I feel like with that is, this is going to be, I would say maybe the next 4 months or so is going to be a lot of tests with communication. Seeing just how good you are verbalizing about what it is that you want. We have the Magician, the Three of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. So be willing to take opportunities as they come to you. Be willing to rebuild and change yourself if you have to. Rebuild, revamp who you are. Revamp your way of outlook of life. Especially when it comes to love. Sometimes whatever's you've been doing lately is not working for you. Change it up, okay? And the Magician is like, you have the power to do so. You have the power to change your life or the way that the direction that your life is headed. You do not have to stay stuck, okay? Like that Suffering in Silence card that kept coming up for you. It's almost like a reminder. It's like that Devil card. You know, you are in control here, but you're still allowing yourself to suffer in silence. You're still allowing yourself to be caged in. We want to get yourself out of that. Crown chakra in reverse is popping up. So again, in the future tense, realigning yourself with your faith, asking yourself, what is it that I believe? And do I reach out? Do I reach out to God, my angels, my guides for support? You know, do I have a support system in real life? Who are my friends that I can trust? And then we have moving on. So definitely moving forward, moving on from the past. Moving on from old ways of thinking. The future is showing a lot of this. You are definitely going to be seeing shifts and changes, for sure. And then we have the foundations and achievements in reversed. So to me, it's like saying, don't plant too many seeds in one spot because you may not be where you're at right now forever, okay? That's a channel message for you. I feel like your guides are kind of saying, don't get too comfortable with where you're at right now because there's still a chance for moving. And be open to that because maybe moving is the best thing for you. You have that Six of Swords there, okay? you have that Six of Swords. So maybe moving is a good thing. And I'm talking about physical moving, okay? So don't plant too many seeds right now, but also make sure you're grounded at the same time. So you got to take care of that. But there's going to be a lot of shifts. There's going to be a lot of shifts and changes coming up for you in the future. And I feel like it's going to be some good stuff. But let's start with the job first. And then when you feel ready and like you have the energy to, work on the love. Okay? So my love, thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. This concludes your layers of you reading. Anyone who's watching, if you would like to book a session with me, click the link below, check out my website, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, my loves.